Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Jamie with Mountain Aquatics and I'm back with the Blagdon Liberty No Dig Nature Pond. So Blagdon have asked me to come back as they've released a few more products for the range that you can use to pimp up your Liberty Nature Pond or any other nature pond you've got. They're all solar panel powered anyway. So we're going to have a look at what we've got, and if you stick around to the end of the video, there's a chance that two of you could win some of these prizes absolutely free. Anywhere in the UK, we'll ship them out to you. Okay. If you look at the pond itself, you can see the water's just a natural green colour, but I mean, that's more just the sides. This pond, even though it's in quite a lot of sunlight, it's stayed nice and clear. The pump's still working. So this pump was fitted last year. It's got a bit of duckweed on the surface there that I'll brush off and it'll supposedly improve it, I suppose, but I can't see it running any better than what it is now. One thing I worry about with solar powered items is if they last. I've bought lights for the garden previously online, and you tend to find that after a year they're not really working anymore once they go for a winter. But this has been left here, and as you can see, it's as powerful as the day we installed it, okay? And that is working wonders for this pond. Doesn't cost anything to run. Once you've bought it, stick it in the pond, doesn't cost you anything after that. There's a couple more items that we'll look at now that can add to this, and they're also solar powered. The first thing we're going to look at is the pond oxygenator kit, again by Blagdon. It's for the Liberty range, goes perfect with this pond behind me, but you can put this on any pond you want, especially if it's a small pond at the bottom of your garden, you haven't got any electricity to go there. This is the one. This will be the second prize. Okay, we'll open that in a second. And first prize is the pond feature pump with LED lights, okay? So this is a bit more expensive than the oxygenator kit. So this will be the first prize. We'll pick two winners before our next video, and we'll announce that on the channel, and we'll contact you individually. Okay, we'll ship this for free to you. Stick around to the end of the video to see how you need to enter it. Before we do, you can see there's the pump itself. There is the solar panel. It's quite small. Let's see what power that gets. There's the power cable. So in here, there's some fixing stuff. So it's totally weatherproof. You can leave it outside all year round. It'll be totally fine. Here's your instructions. Oh, and they've given us a few little bits actually, which is quite nice. I see they've gone with a clearer air tube. When we unboxed a Blagdon product a long time ago, they had the green tubes we weren't as keen on. I thought they showed up a bit too much in the water. But these have got little floats on, which will hold them up in the water column. And I'm hoping these are the right height just to sit at the bottom. So tubing, nice flexible tubing. On here, you've got a little barbed hose connector. Connect that to your length of airline tube. And that's decent. What's that, almost, what, 5 foot, I would say? So two of those, you're going to stick them in different areas of the pond. They go together quite nicely. So here's our solar panel. Here's the connector. You can angle it how you want. Stick that in the back. And it simply slots together. Nice and easy. It's even got a little bit here if you can push it down with your foot actually, which is a nice little bonus. Save you pushing it in and squashing it. There's a different type of connector here, so you can screw it to the side of the wall, so you can have it out of the way, you can hide the wiring if you want, if that's the setup that you like. So you need to take out of the bag your air pump cover. This will slot onto the back, just like that. And it means that nothing's going to get in there and block it up. So the power cable, Christ, how long is that? Let's have a look. So you can really go to town, and you could really hide this down the bottom of your garden. Even if your pond's in a shady spot, you can put the solar panel in a sunny area. Nice. Okay. And if you look on the end of here, there's these ribbed sort of silicone bits that are going to make sure that it is weatherproof. Rain's not going to get in there and damage any of it. So plug that in the back. And I can feel that buzzing already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the pump itself in this area here, because it's around the back of the pond. People walk around that direction. They're not going to see this and it's out of the way. You're not going to hear that over the sound of the water anyway, trickling, which as we know is a pleasant sound. So there's one plugged into the unit. You're going to take the air stone, which is all provided on the end, and these floats, and you're going to stick it in the pond. These are really well designed and well thought of. I've seen similar stuff from other suppliers and they're nowhere near this good. There you go, 2 stones. So this is a on-off air pump. It doesn't stay on continually. It builds up a little bit of charge. I haven't even put the solar panel in the ground properly yet. It's just stuck to the side over there. But it builds up a bit of charge, enough to run this for maybe 10 seconds, and then it turns off again. Now, what I think I'm going to do later on is maybe drain a little bit of this water, just so I can take off the liner a little bit, or there might be enough room anyway. And I'm going to thread these airline tubes through this gap here and out underneath. So you won't see any of the tubing other than the inch or so, depending on how high your water level is, that's at the top. At the minute, I've just flung these over the side, just so we can test them out and see them working. So here's the solar panel itself. It is quite small. Probably 4.5, 5 inches across. There is under this gravel, it's hard so I can't stab it in. I'm probably going to mount it with the mounting bracket onto this log itself. It gets full sun here most of the day. But for now, we're just going to pop it in there and we will hide the wires away while we look at the other stuff. Now, the big daddy of that kit, that's the simple oxygenator for the pond. This is the pond pump and LED light, okay? So we'll take a look at this. And again, one of these will be first prize, okay? So in the packet, small, simple pump. There's a sponge there to stop debris going in there. Same sort of cabling as the other one, and if that one's good, which it looks it, this will be good as well. So again, plenty of length, so you can do the same thing and you can hide your solar panel wherever you want, or position it so it's going to be full sun to the best effect, even if your pond isn't in full sun. Also in the box you get a larger solar panel. That's a good size. That goes in there, blue to the blue, simple as that. You've got the same sort of mounting kit that you've got with the other solar panel. Also included in the box is the small LED ring style light, which will go onto this. That will look brilliant at night time. That one's with the orange plug. Back of the panel, that will go into the orange slot, and that fits in nice and snug with that sort of rubber seal. That's going to be totally safe in all weather. The yellow socket is a charge socket, so you can buy a plug kit basically, and you can plug this in for those days that are really overcast. We're here in Britain, maybe in the middle of winter, you can still use this even if you're not getting full sun, and you can still power the light in even at night. Okay, so that's an option there, but I'm assuming, looking at the quality of the other stuff, this will work great on its own anyway. Take your pump unit, the sponge there underneath. You're going to put this float on there. You've then got all these different connectors and different heads. So you can design it as you want it. And I think we're going to go with the 7-head splitter on this one. Everything clicks together nice and simple. Okay, so I've got this set up as I want it. This float is going to keep this up from the bottom of the pond, which I think could be a good idea, because obviously all your detritus is at the bottom of the pond. But let's float that in and just have a look. So, if I pop that in the water, oh look, it does. So that is not going to get blocked up with all the crap off the bottom of your pond. It's just going to float around on the top. It's a clever idea. We've just put in the lighting kit on now. There's a hole here, which I think may go all the way through. It does. And you're going to push this through there, which is a little bit tight. That's what you want. Pull the length of your power lead through. God, these leads are long. And then turn that back there. So that's just going to help to hide your wiring when it's in the pond. Put our fountain back on. Simply pop it in the pond. So I'm going to do a little bit now to hide the wiring. Again, as I said before with the other kit, I would be, later on I'll be dropping the water level, and I can pull the liner out and hide it between the liner and the edging of the pond. I think I'm going to use the staircase itself as a way of me hiding the wiring, and then I'll go between the logs. So again, I will run the wires around the back, so nobody's going to see them when they're approaching the pond, walking around the pond. So simply blue in the blue, nice and snug, orange in the orange, and then we can press the power on button. That's got more power than I was expecting. So, even in the middle of the pond, I think it's so powerful, especially in this full sun, that we're going to leak over the edges of the pond, okay? And over time, that will lower the water level of the pond. So I'll change the head on this. Looking at the different heads they've got, there's a few different choices. I don't want one that's just going to be a spout again, like we've already got on that one. I've seen this one, which is an unusual design. And this one sprays out to the sides, and I quite like that, and I think it's going to complement the one we've already got. Look at the power on that, guys. This is a really good bit of kit. I'm not sure what they're retailing for. I will check and find out for you. But if you enter our competition, you don't need to worry about the price. You can get one sent to your door for free. The competition for this video, obviously you need to be subscribed to Mountain Aquatics. I want you to like this video, and I want you to comment down below what pond you've got. If it's one of these, great. If it's a different type of nature pond, it doesn't matter. You can still win one of these kits, and they'll still work just as good, okay? So first place will get the pond feature pump and LED light, which you can see working there. And then we'll pick another winner, and they will win the pond oxygenator kit, solar powered, sent to you for free as long as you're in mainland UK. Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure you share it with other people you know that have fish, that have ponds, that have a nature pond, whether it's the Blagdon Liberty no dig nature pond or a different type of pond. Share it with them so they can have a chance of winning one of these kits. Okay, as I said, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment below about your pond, and we'll pick 2 winners before the next video. It's no secret, I absolutely love these ponds from Blagdon. I think anybody can use them. You can put them anywhere in your garden. You don't need to do any digging. Anybody can put them together. They look good on a patio, for instance, and you're going to bring that nature and that wildlife and that connection to you and your garden, wherever you live. In fact, I like it so much that I think I'm going to speak to Blagdon and look if we can stock these on our website. So you can find us online, Mountain Aquatics, and click on the shop. You can go to www.mountainaquatics.co.uk. On there, we've got lots of plants for sale for your ponds. We've got some trapdoor snails, some ram's horn snails to add to your pond, pond pumps, filters, UVs, the usual stuff. But I haven't got this just yet, so keep checking, and I'm sure it'll be on the website soon. Okay guys, that's all from me today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and if you're not already, please consider subscribing below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.